Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what Spirit has for the collective at this time. I've set that intention with my guides and with this deck. So if you're here because this is on your feed, then this message is for you. If you are here because of the title, which I haven't even chosen yet, then this is definitely for you. So let's get into the tarot. I do have an oracle deck as well. We'll pull from at the end and get some additional messages. The Emperor. Interesting. So be sure and like the video. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. And definitely subscribe if you like the messages. That really helps my channel to grow. And all of your interactions push the messages out so other people get them as well. And I really appreciate you guys doing that for me. Awesome. That Emperor energy on the bottom is Aries energy, right? So you could be dealing with an Aries, but the Emperor is just that really like taking control of situations, taking control of mindsets, what you can control, right? You can't control everything, but you can control how you react to things. You can control your emotions. You can control your thoughts. And the Emperor is ready to go at a moment's notice, right? So he's sitting on this throne, but he has his armor on. So he's ready to go and take action when he needs to. But he's also sitting in that very controlled energy, right? And just very strong leadership energy and knowing what he can and cannot control. So the situation is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a pause, a surrender. Like things may have felt very stagnant or kind of at a pause, right? So with this, it is about things are at a pause for a reason, right? And I know that that's frustrating to hear, but he's looking at things in a different way, right? Like he's hanging upside down. He's not looking at things from a normal perspective. He's looking at things from a different perspective. So I feel like things are at a pause or have been kind of stagnant because we're needing to see things from a different perspective, or we're needing to kind of release that control. The Emperor is all about having control, but needing to release control of things that are up to the universe. Things that you cannot control, you need to surrender, right? And that could be certain situations. You want a certain outcome to come in. Well, you've manifested it, and now it's time to kind of give it to Spirit and let them handle it. So this is very much about things kind of being at a pause, being stagnant, being sort of like just feeling stuck. But it's for a reason, right? It's for this enlightenment, right? He has this light bulb around his head. Like he's getting knowledge, he's getting enlightenment, he's gaining a different perspective here. The blockage is the Chariot, and the Chariot is this victory, this kind of like taking control of situations and charging after things, right? So I feel like that's the blockage. Like you've been stuck and stagnant because you're not taking control. With that Emperor, again, he is all about taking control of what he can. And with the Chariot, right, it is about needing to take control of the situation and then moving in the direction that you want to go, right? He has the reins to this Chariot. He just needs to take control and steer the carriage into the direction that he wants to, right? So it's very much about your intuition as well. Like he's under this canopy of stars, and I feel like this is like needing to trust your intuition on the direction you want to move in, or trusting your intuition and then deciding which direction to move into. But there is no forward momentum. There is no movement. Things have been very stagnant. And the cause of this is the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is about that reciprocity, equal give and take. It's about balance as well, right? He has these scales. So I feel like things have been very imbalanced and stuck. And it's because you're not making a choice. You're not taking control of whatever the situation is for you, right? It could be different for each of you. This could be in your business. This could be love life. This could be your spirituality, right? But there's this feeling of just things have been stuck because you are not steering your life in the direction that you want to go, because you probably feel imbalanced, right? Things are just not, maybe you're giving too much and people are not giving back to you, or vice versa. Maybe you're not giving enough in a situation because you're not seeing it correctly, right? So in the recent past, we have the Four of Wands. This is what is affecting this present situation. The Four of Wands is joy, happiness, celebration. It is stable. So this could have something to do with your stability. This could have something to do with your home, because this is my card for a house, a home. Um, and a home doesn't even have to be like a physical house. That can just be like that internal feeling of home, right? But with the Four of Wands, it is my 1111 card. This is like my marriage card. So this could have something to do with a marriage or a home situation. But this is about like stability and needing to find the joy and happiness. So this could be like, needing to, things have felt stuck because you're not moving in a direction towards like your happiness, right? Or towards whatever this Four of Wands is for you. This union, this celebration energy. Your higher self or subconscious, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is curious, right? He's optimistic, he's curious, adventurous. The Wands are all about that fiery, passionate energy. So I feel like maybe you need to be more curious, be more adventurous, and be open to new possibilities, new creative adventures, right? Or new just opportunities, seeing things again from a different perspective. So if this has something to do with a relationship or a home or your happiness, maybe you needing to see things from a different perspective is really about being open to new opportunities, right? Or new adventures, finding new things. In the near future, we have the moon. So the moon is, it can be illusions, like things under the surface, right? In the dark, things that are like subconscious, like your fears. And that could be why you are afraid to take control of the situation, right? And you're not steering your life in the direction that it needs to go. And it's caused you to be stagnant because there could be underlying fears here. And again, this is about trusting your intuition. The moon is very much about your intuition. But there could be something like under the surface that is coming to light in the near future. And that could be, again, with this enlightenment, and really, maybe you haven't really known how to move forward or how to balance things out in order to find the happiness that you want. So, in the near future, I feel like with that moon, it is about trusting your intuition and, don't let your fears control the situation. You need to be in control of the situation. In your feelings, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is obstacles, it is challenges, tension with others. So you could be feeling a lot of tension, very maybe aggressive, I want to say, because these people are kind of, they all have their wands out here, but they're not really like hitting each other, right? Like they just have them up in the air, like arguing. And, it's like, I don't know why I was thinking like the trying to be taller than the other person, right? Like it's like an ego thing, right? Like trying to be bigger than other people. So maybe this is just you being very tense and very I feel like you're just kind of maybe even defensive here. Maybe thinking that, this is too big of an obstacle, not being able to overcome whatever the situation is. But again, it's about you taking the control here. You needing to steer your chariot, basically. So in the environment, the influence here is the Page of Wands, or sorry, Ace of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. Ace of Wands is again that new energy, like new creative project, new adventure, new passion project. It's just some kind of new beginning here. And again, with that Page of Wands, it's about being open to that, right? Like needing to open to some kind of new adventure here. And I feel like, with aces, they're about gifts from spirit, right? So this is like a hand handing you this, the hand of God, hand of spirit, hand of, whatever term you use. But you're being handed this gift for a new opportunity, but you have to seize that opportunity. You have to take control, right? You've been very like pulled back, maybe even closed off and feeling imbalanced and maybe just feeling very overwhelmed, right? This can be like defeated, this Five of Wands, like you're feeling kind of emotionally or mentally just defeated, but needing to see this new opportunity here and seize this new opportunity, take this opportunity. Again, with that taking control of it, because with a gift from spirit with the aces, like it's a gift being handed to you, but you have to be the one to take that gift and run with it, right? Like it's, if spirit hands it to you, it's there, it's an opportunity, but it's not going to go anywhere unless you work with it and you take the opportunity, right? You take that control. And your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is very wealthy. She is very nurturing, very abundant energy, right? She has all this nature around her. This is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, but you don't have to be. This can just be like you wanting to be stable and grounded and nurtured and just feeling again that home. I keep going back to this Four of Wands, wanting to feel grounded and stable and feel at home. And you could be fearing that your stability, like this would affect your stability, right? This moving or this taking control of a situation and moving forward would cause you to lose your stability. This just has something to do with your stability. I just feel stability. I get tingles. But, this is just you needing to stay grounded, stay focused. She's very fertile, like with this rabbit here. Things manifest very rapidly, right? Like rabbits produce very rapidly. So this is about like rapid wealth, rapid stability here. You're probably hoping for some stability and you could be fearing that you're losing it. But with the potential outcome here is the Page of Cups. So this is about opening to new opportunities, opening your intuition. So again, the pages are that newer energy. It's not an ace, but its pages are, the lowest of the court cards, but it's that new, fresh, young energy, right? So this is like that inner child. And then cups are about your emotions. So this is like being open emotionally, but also opening to your intuition. If you've been kind of pulled back, and again with that moon, opening to your intuition. With the Page of Cups, it's, again, he has this fish in his cup. This is a gift. So being open to these intuitive gifts, being open to these new opportunities that are being gifted to you, and really opening to your intuition here. So I feel like, you have been holding back, and you have been, you could have been contemplating things, but you've been feeling very stuck. There's been no movement, like no momentum here, because things were not balanced out. And that could be because maybe your mindset wasn't balanced, right? Maybe you've let these fears kind of control you, and now it's time for you to take control of your thoughts because you're feeling defeated for some reason. But that's going to change, right? Just take control of the situation. I know I say that like it's the easiest thing in the world, right? But, with the potential outcome, you are opening to your intuition and opening to new opportunities here. So what do they not see coming, Spirit? What does Pisces not see coming? So you have the King of Swords, Four of Cups, and the King of Wands. I love that. That's awesome energy. So King of Swords is truth, honesty. It is communication, but it's also that logical, again, taking control of your thoughts, right? The swords are about our thoughts. It's air energy. It's our thoughts. So with that King of Swords, I feel like this is you kind of just stepping up and being honest with yourself here and taking control of your thoughts, head over heart energy, and not getting into your feelings about things and cutting things out that don't serve you, cutting out that fear, and really stepping into this King of Swords energy and taking control of, again, your thoughts and that forward momentum here. With the Four of Cups, it is, again, like this, Spirit is handing you this gift, like we were talking about with the aces, right? You have this hand, and that is handing you this gift, but this person is so closed off to it, and it's needing to open up, right? So maybe opening up your thoughts, maybe opening up to the truth here, to see things and to see these opportunities. And then with the King of Wands, it is like a that's he's that fiery, passionate energy, but he's also um, in control, and he is very charismatic, very charming. But I feel like this is about you seeing the bigger picture, right? And seeing, because the King of Wands is an entrepreneur, right? And entrepreneurs are very good at seeing the bigger picture. They can look out and process the future, like what's to come, or kind of see, like, instead of focusing on one small detail, they're focused on the whole aspect of a company, right? Or, your spirituality, whatever this is. But this is really about you taking control of your thoughts and being open to new opportunities, and then seeing the future, seeing that um, bird's eye view, right? And seeing that all the possibilities of what's to come, and knowing that you can move forward here. Let's see. What's the advice, Spirit? So you have the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. This to me feels like marriage, like partnership, because the Hierophant is about our traditions and beliefs, right? This can be um, like our beliefs within relationships and the long term. Like, so this very much could be about a home or some kind of like marriage, a relationship here. Um, but with the Hierophant, again, it's about traditions and beliefs. And with the Two of Cups, it's about balance and relationships, partnerships, unions. So it could be a business partner, it could be love, right? But needing to, um, I feel like, focus on your beliefs in relationships and partnerships is what's going to bring in this Ten of Pentacles, right? This stable energy. The Ten of Pentacles is a legacy. It's that generational wealth. You have what, like 4 generations here, and you have all of these pentacles, which is like, again, that grounded, stable building, which was in your hopes and fears, that Queen of Pentacles energy, right? So needing to trust your beliefs and traditions around relationships and building that wealth, and really building that long term. This could also be union with self, right? The Hierophant is also about like higher learning. Very interesting. So this could definitely have something to do with partnerships, or, maybe things have felt stagnant and not moving forward in a relationship or a business partnership, because things haven't been balanced in the past. And now this is about you, like, really trusting your belief systems when it comes to relationships and building that long term, right? Interesting. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards and get some additional messages for you. This could have to do with your love life and feeling stagnant here. Okay. What else do you have for Pisces, Spirit? Okay. Okay, we have victim mindset. You feel the world is against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. Yes, again, like your happiness has felt very stagnant, right? Things have just felt very stagnant, and you feel defeated. but don't let that hold you back, right? Again, you have the ability to take control. Protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. So, again, with this, like things have been stagnant and there's been no forward momentum, probably because things were imbalanced, right? Maybe you were giving too much. And this doesn't even have to be a love relationship, this can be family members, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles is about family, like your beliefs around partnerships and family and loved ones. And maybe you've been giving too much to family and they haven't been giving back. Or, this can be in love, but any kind of relationship, friendships. I just feel like you need to give to yourself as well. Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Yes, that enlightenment and trusting your intuition here. Inner peace. You're letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. Close out all that outside noise, for sure. Difficult road. Spirit of perseverance, being prepared for great things and walking the hard path in life. Release judgment. Holding on to judgment, whether of yourself or others, only clouds your vision. Release it and see the world and your path with clearer eyes. See it from a different perspective. Speak your truth. You've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. Yes, very much about belief systems and traditions, right? And then speaking your truth. Again, that King of Swords can be very much about speaking your truth, honesty, communication. But yeah, I really love this. I feel like you've just been kind of stuck and you just need to take control, whether that's a mindset or, whatever the situation is for you. You are in control of this and you're definitely going to open up to new possibilities, new opportunities. And also take care of yourself in the process, right? Because that's the most important thing. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.